Hi there, in this lecture we'll discuss how to use colour appropriately in our apps. In case you want the short version, here it is. Always choose a colour scheme based on your target audience. Every colour has a different meaning depending on who you're talking to. Now, let's expand. Can you tell me what red represents? You might say it's the colour of love or passion, it's the symbol of energy and heat, but in the same sense it represents stop if you're a driver. I'm a car guy, so I immediately think of Ferrari red. If you watch enough political news, you might associate red with the Republican Party. On the same token, you might think of communist China or Russia. Hell, you can even tie red with that infamous blood gang, Coca-Cola, or Christmas. The point is, context matters when you're talking about colour. For Mexicans, green is part of their flag and it's spoken in the same breath as independence. We generally use it to invoke freshness, nature, the environment. But countries that have dense jungles associate it with death, hence why in Indonesia green is a forbidden colour, however alien that may seem to us. But if we're targeting Irish people, then by all means go full steam ahead. Next on the list, blue is one of the most versatile colours and it's generally considered safe. It can be used to transmit trust, confidence, technology, masculinity, cold, and a heap of other things. Because it's widely used, it's also fairly boring, hence the need for out-of-the-box thinking. Blue pastels are especially calming and relaxing, and they can be a great choice for a meditation app. Saturated blues make a lot of sense for a travel company, where blue is a throw-off for clear skies or clear waters. But again, people in the US are so divided that a lot of them think in terms of Democrat, Republican. While your app can't change its branding based on political tensions that come and go, there are situations where it's best to avoid certain colour combinations. Orange is another good choice in my book. Generally speaking, orange is associated with vitality, enthusiasm, youthfulness and energy. It's also a great accent colour for those tiny areas that need attention but you don't want them to scream out, say the active tab. It's advised you avoid using it in large doses as it tends to be overwhelming, especially since you have to use a highly saturated version to make it work in most combinations. Combine it with blue and you have a winner on your hands. Pink once represented femininity, romance, tenderness, but nowadays it's also being used to create a lasting impression. T-Mobile comes to mind, and we can all agree that these are not the traits of a phone carrier. Brands are beginning to explore new boundaries, and old labels are coming off fast. I remember when I grew up, if I had a pink shirt on, I'd get laughed at for days, weeks, or even years. Things have dramatically changed in our society, so pink is no longer constricted to its former female bounds. The same can be said about purple. It once represented royalty and virtuousness. Now you can find it on apps like Twitch or Yahoo Mail. If we go outside the app realm, the chocolate brand Milka has been using purple for years. The conclusion of this lecture is your target audience dictates your colour use. You have to identify a persona and choose a colour scheme that best attracts it. Don't choose colours randomly, and if it's in an international app, take your time and do enough research so you don't commit a major faux pas. I'll see you in a minute.